Ubetima. No man not this for no. I na me no ya not this for to make us obi to be no opa na mo nya yi. Omo ya one na ya do me untumi dia oboa. Wontumi min slow. Now problem run wontumi. Wontumi mama say me no nya ni gira ho ya fa so da for do wachi. Na hwesam ni wachi me a.
A few moments later.
Minya Ghana ni bio. Because they say the one we never president. Minya Ghana ni bio. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. And people for you now Musorio. And people for you now Musorio. I am Munti and I'm Mahama MC. Be vice president da. Me madam board so da. Me my DCO da. Me my minister da. I chairman na media. And I want to make campaign in Mame. I'm not my campaign in my party. And I'm here, Juma. 2013. We are about the boom, Juma. Mubaye, Mustapha Juma, my count to pa, be Didier was one. Me, my count to club, be Didier was one. So the Tiame must school physical club higher thing. What I said, most of them won't start to my count or so, and you know, Nasabe, me, sick a bay, and that's why me home.
Yeah, I came to support my friend Wontumi. Me, my matter there is useless. That's nothing. It's true.
Mama, now call Usro. Usro said, the other year meaning no. We are president to cry now baha. National security for no more negotiate with me, Asan Waba. Now you negotiate with me, Asan Waba. Now who just want to be a team kitwa. Who say, Ubetima. No man not this for no. No me no ya not this for to make us obi to be no. Opa na mo nya yi. Omo ya one. Na ya do me untumi dia oboa. Untumi min slow. Now problem run untumi. Wontumi mama say me no nya ni gira ho ya fa so da for do wachi. Na hwesam ni wachi me a.
A few moments later.
Minya Ghana ni bio. Because they say the one we never president. Minya Ghana ni bio. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. And people for you now Musorio. And people for you now Musorio. I am Munti and I'm Mahama MC. Be vice president da. Me madam board so da. Me my DCO da. Me my minister da. I chairman na media. And I want to make campaign in Mame. I'm not my campaign in my party. And I'm here, Juma. 2013. We are about the boom, Juma. Mubaye, Mustapha Juma, my count to pa, be Didier was one. Me, my count to club, be Didier was one. So the Tiame must school physical club higher thing. What I said, most of them won't start to my count or so, and you know, Nasabe, me, sick a bay, and that's why me home.
Mama, now call Usro. Usro said, the other year mean.
Yeah, I came to support my friend Wontumi. Me, my matter there is useless. That's nothing. It's true.
Yo, Abusia, Mammy Mo Bibia Quaba, Senior Unimnedino, Edaso, D Ren, D Sexy, Dr. Red, Ghana, and Hong Kong, and Amenewo Baba Bedi. News making the headlines. And then me perceive ebeche. As usual, your favorite broadcast journalist, D Sexy D Red. I mean, chia ebusian for moa enyina na me mo bibia so akwaba. And then komono enyadia yebeche already. Time is far gone. Na mema ora John akwaba. Me mo bibia wo follow me bibia wo hwe me bia so me mo bibia akwaba. Now, conversation, the NL what is happening? Sembe na ACC na ene enkomo a ekoso chairman Wontumi a okupi court on a lawyer and having so Mustapha Hamid on also ne utterances. Latest news we beto abontin say A+ abomodian petition a friend is saying the Speaker of Parliament A+ Speaker of Parliament say the chair, person, the PAC, public account committee, one of the chairperson, our tia kunyomono, enka yenyin free yenyin tun free akunyano so because akunyana what teswono ono ankase mumono under a year Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo aban no oka ho bie ana amemu no kobone. According to A+, on Osusu say that woman will need that integrity, will need that, a friend is saying, the moral right to sit on a year public accounts committee to interrogate people and ask people questions, especially when the 8 years are a me na okahubia or mobo modinia na buying no kahubia modia essay or my Ghana, especially she a year honorable Abena a year Abena or no, a deputy finance minister. Dinema baby a yesika sema course biano. She is aware and why it said wababet na kwenyemwa or to tunko na o behave as if say unim the course under a year Akufo-Addo's a year governance when she herself played a very vital role and part of government omo ebo modia bo my Ghana chrono. Now, ye free ones who are Asem Assembly no so ababe tuja. The Speaker of Parliament, Agban Suman Agbabi nso de Assembly tuja. Or say he suffered in silence under Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Or say under Akufo-Addo's governance, or suffer pa. Wambekasa because na sebiu ehu hia so beba bontin wa baba bekasa. But o hwe de course so under Akufo-Addo pa de to no a and you might be then a tone, but he kept quiet. This Akufo-Addo's government, if King Kind, the Speaker of Parliament, Ababeka, question Assemble Kwame Busame when they say Akufo-Addo's governance was not only incompetent, but also they were only very, very vindictive. Akufo-Addo's governance, not only said a friend is saying omo performance na enso ani afensu kranso no na omo yenkofo bi omo wo bitterness bi wo makomam. For example, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Mieti ase say Fmr Akufo-Addo ebeye president ne right constitutionally ye de man say nka yemfa ma no yempa baby papa man ntina yentua na dem di yemfa ma no 8 years of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo when finumpo he disrespected the constitutional right. President, and near my say, if the man was sending a mekan with Tricassim no atiasiano. Young farmer, no. This is Akufo-Addo, a man who was promising God so by building a cathedral full of vindictiveness. And it's very, very sad. Very, very sad. And to Speaker Asma Wababekano, it clearly confirms what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama can say. A tone na ne right ni nyina no etwitwa ni nyina mo bekaya kufo ye bi editia eye Jerry John Rawlings enso atamils ba ye no wamfa bi anye kufo mo bekaya enso a Akufo-Addo ba ye odi bi ye John Mahama odi bi ye Speaker of Parliament enso John Mahama say onfa bi emfa anye Akufo-Addo. It tells you say on my Ghana no ye won kofo bi wo ho a ye mo makonya number befo eye banua no a not only say omo baba be boy enkro no wa say your mind no omakoma mu nso odo eni ho. Ladies and gentlemen, ye hwe eye enkomo bi a ababa bedu and is saying say the Germany commits 65 million euros to support youth employment and energy projects in Ghana. We a good news. Now, Maminka Sasim Winchell, and is saying, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Beye president in Samasha, and in Munyam Kasiebi ato o my Ghana so, and in Tubera, President Ahodwe Kukudam, epese, omo by force, omo fire president ne Ghana yon kubi, nantisa under Akufo-Addo. Eti, President Beye president no ye swearing in what happened ewo the swearing in ceremony no major heavyweight president on the continent of Africa ebo modnia travel ye to what make sure say one be part of history of the swearing in of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Right, Johnny Woods with us. Now, another thing. Yes, when in Ninshisheye Nanama Wo 2 tells you say not only is he a Democrat, but clearly he has shown say he's a human being who truly love, care about his people. And do you know what? The president of Singapore, Esheda invited a special invitation. Now, guess what? That invitation by the Singaporean president, offer all the cost on the bear. Now, come to think about that visit. Do you know, so the president went on a commercial flight? Which plane a menu in a itumi any two coin. One charter flight. Ebe costed the nation Ghana. But the thing is, na a year Singapore puna ebe cost no. And go back and say Singapore ebe cost yeah. Why don't I go on a chartered flight? Because you na me tia. Obi na waton crab from me membra. Na me consuls was so be family Kenya. But you see, when somebody is a real human being and a person cares, or dwene hawa sebio onipa sebio ni papa pe bia bedwene, even though nim say all expenses was taken care of by the Singaporean president and the Singaporeans, he still anye adia osusu se yede ye wom no oman no or no president John Mahama enye ne de. He said, do unto others what you will wish others to do unto you. And even though the Singaporean president was bearing all the cost, I said, there be me in Congo spend it sika bebre because enyemina me tia. And kaya ya no mo a. And they will quickly, kaya Kufuor anka quickly obe charter the most expensive plane at the akọ. No akwa ye show off. That is why our people say, be careful, when you are sitting in front of kings and queens, when you are about to dine with them, be careful what is in front of you. And yes, because when you are here, tintino, they will some you know, they will see you as somebody who is a friend is saying, greedy fool. So President Amai and Munyama Bawamai Ghana. Now, Singaporean the Anantunche. Of course, Singapore. What happened? The Chinese president also invited him. We all saw it. The president attracts great leaders. You heard the speech of Maya with the United Nations. Men. Nigeria for be brino aba say almost say yemfa of my president Ghana my president yemfa nko Nigeria na sisi die omunya yanka president John Mahama na ye president of Nigeria. And so a little young boy our video or TikTok ebe can say president ni speech it was as if Nkrumah was speaking through him. You see, I always say taking decision is not important. The most important thing is the consequences. So before you make any decision, think about the consequences. We made the biggest mistake voting Kufuor to be our president in 2016. And we have seen how many amane what they were my Ghana FM. And in Guasia or they were my Ghana fame to even to the extent they say he promised God a cathedral, but he failed to honor his own promises to the Almighty God. Now, if a Kufuor can do God for one eye, then it means that we Ghana and any crowd they won't follow you. So the young couple no our sister or Buana Manebe president. Obesi sorry dan kesiye de ahye na nimonyam no. Otimi ya na azan otimi ya na ajana 1 ajana 2 otimi ya na 419. Then ask yourself, many umi no de just onu de onti se dogo bi mpo no abe no abebuye no respect here. See, Ghanaians ekoto about 7 December 2024. Senka mi wosika te se Elon Musk enka Christmas yi kamecha musika bebre. Na matu party kesiye na ye nyina ya tonse didi. Because you see, that decision that you took to vote against the MPP government, and a year presidential, a year presidential, a year flag bearer. No. Look, it has saved the nation not only from shame, disgrace, but it also has saved the nation millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars, graduates. It has saved the nation billions of dollars. Because you see, when you watch a year PAC, Public Accounts Committee, you sense the rot that happened under Akufo-Addo. Now, a PAC committee, a year PAC, atnasia year to tunk of one no. Obi bia no sector minister one neighbor. The question is, what were those sector ministers? Not a juma ben na one more year. Because Busumi biano ni mo aketua. And the question is, one key performance indicators ben na ye de ma omo ene ni nti san mo omo Busumi aketua. You see, the MPP, one thing that to me, you and I, we can agree, is that they came to fulfill the scriptures, John 10:10. And let me tell you what the year quotation look. Or say, the thief cometh not only to steal, or if one wamba se oba be riankwa, and go be riankwa dia enke. But then the quotation move on. Eka say, the thief cometh not only to steal, but to kill and to destroy. The MPP government led by Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia clearly fulfilled these scriptures by stealing the coffers, by stealing the public purse of our great nation, Ghana, by killing people. You remember Karma Group of Company, when the man came and lamenting that about 800 of his friends died because of banking cleanup exercise. Don't forget also that apart from the banking cleanup exercise that took the lives of many Ghanaians also, quotation is said, they came to steal, to kill, and also to destroy. Now let me tell you what they did when it comes to the destroy. They destroyed Ghanaian businesses. Enyemen America, Enyemen Kwan America. Ora Magdan, or say, MPP amemu no Akufo-Addo ne Bawumia bebu ye no. Omu gu a year private sector. The facts are there. When it comes to this program, it's fact-finding program. Because I know, sir, assemble me can, no man can hear. You bet me a day, I charge him. Because me at the United Kingdom, I say Akufo-Addo asked my British police to come after me. Not once, not twice, 3 good times. Here in London. Abrabona aye bonwa. Me se de bia me gina na se oman ne bekoye. Na ye nua no bia. Ahokyere nti omeka se omokofa esre so aba Europe. Ebi mu embam bedu, ebi mu wu okwan so no eto betwa. Anase ebebrase. Because your mind ye hihye ne ye a, why ne ye hihye ama no? Ye hihye ama ye ho ne ye ho. Ye hihye ama nkyiri ma. Daachi bi omo so ho beto wo mo. Saa na obroni ne ye ne de. Ade na ye so ye ntimi nye. When we have the gold, diamond, bauxite, manganese, you name the natural resources. We also have the human resource. So clearly, if we want to build Ghana, we can build it. But the question here is, when we make decisions, when we take decisions by voting for the MPP government, people like the Akufo-Addos and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumias, we will not realize or achieve our potential, our friend is saying, our greatness. That is why when you see me here, I want to remind you that forget not what we went through the 8 good years. Forget not. Because the day you will forget, you will make a mistake and you will bring back the MPP. Clearly, the MPP currently is not befitting to lead the nation Ghana. And I'm being blunt here and I'm being honest here. If there were men and women of intellect, wisdom, patriotism who love the nation, I will tell you. But as it stands today, there is nothing good that will come from the MPP. So I know when you hear that the MP of Esutifi South, there is Galamsey involved and his name has come up. Let me ask you, do you think if it was MPP time, they would be boldly to come out and tell you that this man was involved? Their own political party MP is involved? They will not tell you. You see, MPP put MPP first over the nation Ghana. MPP people put individuals first over the nation Ghana. But just check this out. The NDC, they are not even putting their members and covering them. They are rather naming them and asking that they be investigated, and if found guilty, they should be punished. It tells you that you vote for the NDC is a vote for the love and care for Mother Ghana to progress so that we all can prosper. But once you vote for the MPP, your vote is just for the MPP party individuals to enrich themselves. So you remember when Akufo-Addo came out to say that Wontumi was not doing galamsey. Why was the president so adamant, so bold to tell the nation that Wontumi is not doing galamsey? Because I was thinking that if you are a president, you are a father for all, not just a selected few. At least you could have even said that let's give the matter to the Attorney General or the OSP or other bodies to investigate. But he was not saying that we should even hand over the matter to the OSP or the Yoko or Shiraj or whatever you name those institutions. No, the president was seriously shouting on top of his voice, stating Akunta mining is not engaging in any illegal mining. Why was the president so quick to defend Wontumi? Why? It is because the president knew that when it comes to the matters of galamsey, even though he promised to say, Obe fight galamsey, he will put his presidency on the line. No, the president clearly knows he said he was part of the galamsey. Obibe Busa said, Minyina Swa Medeka Sane de Alista Mateus, the Al Jazeera report. Al Jazeera reported that the president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was and is a gold mafia. You heard the hula baloo, the brouhaha surrounding it. You heard everything. What happened? What happened was that when Akufo-Addo was supposed to defend the nation Ghana, he chose to defend individuals who were stealing for him. So he wanted to cover those individuals. But Alistair Matea said, no, the president of Ghana is a corrupt man. He is a gold mafia. They threatened Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera said, no, we are not backing down. We are not going to retract or apologize. Till date, till date. The story is still published on Al Jazeera website. Your president, ex-president, the shame he brought upon the nation Ghana. Decision is easy to take, but living with consequences is what you always have to think about. Today, Nana Addo is a former president, but he left disgrace and shame upon the nation Ghana. You see, I heard this young guy, Mustapha Hamid, and I'll go and we will read a story. This Facebook stars. Please, I think the Facebook stars, I think I have to do, I don't know how I can do it to stop it, because even if you send me Facebook stars, I can't even collect it. It's been, when you look at Facebook, they don't even pay nothing. They will take the stars, but they don't, I don't mean how more. They did Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, yes, sir. Obi say my man come Mark Zuckerberg. I know his name is Mark Zuckerberg, but I deliberately and intentionally say Mark Zuckerberg. Now, young Konko share the story in the news about a Wontumi. Wontumi Ediano. Young Konko share a story. Senior tier. Say, Wontumi's lawyer react to AG's move to drop charges against fourth accused person. Lawyer of Fmr NPA and the Kwame Appiah Kubi has expressed his disappointment in the Attorney General decision to drop charges against the General Manager of Akonta Mining. It Wontumi General Manager. No, see, he wants to what? Testify against a Wontumi. A Wontumi lawyer no. A ya wontia say Adentina Attorney General no yes sir, all drop cases already know so be charge a Wontumi manager Akonta Mining no a manager no afi Adentina all drop it. Look, it is clear. Next year by quarter na Wontumi da prison. There is no coming back. Wontumi ebeko prison. Me, I know. Omofa sumase to do plea bargaining. But you see, the omoye na amboa woman say they should have quickly stick to the plea bargain. And I'll tell you why. Because the Attorney General made a big mistake when he accepted a plea bargain of Dr. Kwabena Duffuor. So Wontumi's lawyer and Wontumi himself could have pushed for that plea bargain and make an argument, say, they are not different from a friend is saying, Dr. Duffuor. So if the Attorney General can accept Dr. Duffuor's plea bargaining, he should also accept their plea bargain. But because the amount of money involved was so huge, and they thought they wanted to be smart, the Attorney General was also smart quickly and realized that, hey, if I don't push all these matters to court, I can get myself into big shame. So now that Wontumi and Co wants to do the plea bargain, they say they should go to court and tell the court the amount of money they are willing to pay. And recently, the Wontumi lawyer by out so Ntisa Obwa and Attorney General Ye say okay, say Ntisa and ye ne Wontumi ne manager company no ye ne be din komo ne aka kire ne say or no, we are willing and ready to what? Drop the cases, the charges, no. Say Obebo Modia a testify against the Wontumi, a crime bonny or the my Ghana Faswa. And the manager they accept it. Simple. And there is no coming back. Already information and manager they are mad the Attorney General. Wontumi yet den obekwa akode. It will show the lawyer now to me say, a ton of so. To me say, the lawyer no kasa to me say, na no aye mere. Because him say, yay, Wontumi beko prison, obekonso, obekopa. Now, Osi Edward Ekufu, together with Wontumi, had been facing multiple charges, including undertaking a mining operation without a license and felling or abetting the felling of trees in a forest reserve without written authorization. And they no say appear could be a question why the Attorney General would rely on a statement of a former accused person to prosecute others and vow to resist such attempt, which is described as what? Oppressor's rule. Now, the work would say, baby, no, I had ding. It is easy, you know. Obey here, I hear the public, I hear friend say, I hear the court of public opinion. Opeso play the emotional tactics. So, oh, the court, no, the attorney general, no, yeah, no, and yeah, when the eyes of oppressors rule be, I say, oh, massa, whether oppressors rule, whether whatever rule, a new king is in town, and he says he's resetting Ghana, and this is one of the ways to reset our nation, Ghana. Into obi bia we are my Ghana. Obi bia wo boy en krono bia no. The nation say ebeje sika. And you can name call. You can do your name calling. But me afra Attorney General say or ye Julius Caesar or ye one opa bodin bia. Enya ka se ebeje sika. Ukosoro rigari boto baako. Enom eye vortic mineral water guso sen. Ebeje sika. Because we Ghana destroying our rivers, destroying our forest. We pa. Na movie amaba betna radio suni TV so say John Mahama wo boa wontimi nya yehwe John Mahama de wontimi nya yehute wontimi nya yehwe yenti de wo kan
Yedi ya mi nyina no se uye president kwa na oba national security
they go vomit the money in mandem
asanu waba. Now you negotiate with me asanu wa enta. Now who just want to be a team kitwa. Who say a
few minutes later
this for no na me no ya na this for to make say obi to be no o pa na mo nya one na ye do me want to me dia oboa want to me slow that problem run want to me mama say me no me ani gira ho ya for so that for do what na say me what me
A few moments later.
Minya Ghana ni bio. It's just said the one we never have president. Minya Ghana ni bio. Ghana for Musorio. Ghana for Musorio. And before you know Musorio. And before you know Musorio. I am Munti. And I'm Mahama MC. Be vice president da. Me madam board so da. Me my DCO da. Me my minister da. I chairman na media. And I want to make campaign in Mame. I'm my campaign in my party. And I'm here, Juma. 2013. We are about the boom, Juma. Mubaye, Mustapha Hamid, my count to pa, me did the was one. Me, my count to club, me did the was so that she am a must school fees to club by a day. What I said, most of them won't start to my count to so, and you know, Nasabi, me, sick a bay, a better me.
So kasa bicycle ben e befa when ya bicycle nkwan na me chini power because Ghana ni bi wo wa me ne ukase wo dansa wom enya bicycle na o fire oti ase enya bicycle obi wo wa o break imra obi wo wa odi onu angasa ne nua bi ewu obi wo wa sebio oye bibi etia obi etumi de ko wie efiase enti papa sani etie o my Ghana na ye we asase ye forest ye me obi ankomu nkotu gold ukomu ekotu gold uti amera oti ase enti oye den a obekwa akwa da prison ye de usika no anso gold na o de be kire abonten ye de no anso ebe nane ne ya ton ne de siesie nsase now ye ntie papa bi nso a wokoye asemo a wokan Mustapha Hamid enti no
yeah, I get to support my friend Wontumi. Me mama there is useless. That's nothing.
Mustapha Hamid say ono ne matter ne de useless. He came to support the friend Wontumi. So is he saying he said Wontumi are guilty? But ono de onye guilty. Because that is what he's saying, you know. See now that mama nchia. Sasa na oka. Opeso che say oh. Dakota Michiao, more Mabain and pay for you, Michiamo. Look, Charity Michiao. The all canning in Anna say, Wontumi a day. I am guilty. I came to support my brother, my friend Wontumi. My case there is useless. My case there is useless. So it means it's a Wontumi case, ne there. And you're useless, oh. Just like Wontumi, the Obaka that prison. Now, you heard there. A friend is saying, Special Prosecutor Ababe Kanfa, Mustapha Hamid. The reaction of our reactors is here. Or say, OSP reacts to Mustapha Hamid, my matter is useless comment. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has reacted to an assertion by the former Chief Executive of the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, Dr. Mustapha Hamid, that his prosecution by the office was a useless venture that would amount to nothing. In a statement shared on social media on November 4th, 2025, the OSP said that, contrary to the former NPA's boss assertion, the case against him is serious and substantial. Dr. Hamid, first accused, a standing trial before the Criminal High Court in Accra on several counts of serious corruption and financial crimes. Part of the post reads, in total, Dr. Abdul Hamid is alleged to have played a leading role in a grand extortion and laundering scheme that caused the state and petroleum sector losses exceeding 291 million Ghana cedis and over 330,000 US dollars. So clearly, the case no a serious one. But you see, Wallahi, we have to rescue Ghana. Wallahi, this was the man who was shouting Wallahi, Wallahi, Wallahi. You see, these MPP people, they use religion to deceive people. Because Karl Marx said religion is what? The opium of what? The masses. Into they what they inkramosumun kataneni. But Islam is not corrupt. What you say? Inkramosumun is decent. They stand for the truth. But when you say, Islam wallahi, 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 we have to rescue the nation. And when you be me and one, media mamata is useless. We came to support a friend and say, my friend Wontumi. Obeko jail, omunyina beko jail. Me say you will see the action. I'm telling you. Ebe mo se sene. When this ni krampo ye sene ho na sama ba bonten kra keke kra. The way NDC for kra ye wild with the same man so. I'm telling you say this particular government na me bon person ka joma ma benya another year. Because that is the most important thing. What you say? So wallahi obeko prison. See ono de agrobi na we de odi on no ho no onsre. What you say? Now, and then a friend is saying assemble to me Facebook page. My meaning guy kamanasi as you say or heavy video na saying on said na say make about Kenofurata. I think 2 days ago I told you about Kenofurata or person oje American friend is saying asetna senia ontimi bagana. I've told you already. Manasi Azuri Eddie Ababe can say I heard from someone close to Kenofurata about 3 or 4 months ago that he's never coming back to Ghana. I've already told you this. Say Kenofurata, the oil they say CCA no, or the Nisikana where we are no, or the best or the BA in Yuma or America. Per the laws of the country of America no, over $1 million. Now you want to invest as an investor, Yamawa Setna. And that is what he's doing. Before now, $5 million. Trump buying we year free from 5 to 1 million. So Papani the old Sikano, we Sikano into a baby Tiason or investor or be investing in America. Yeah, the Amana Sitna. That is what he is doing. What you say? It said the TBN, you heard him say, President, any of this government, any Ghana government, never heard a quite be on my first one, Obeba. But I'm telling you, Enya dia branti Obeba. Sano Motie, Umuya no Mojani. 20 years to come. Now omomano omowa fase for no aba sika no omawia no de ababa ba eden ade abewura politics sa no omoye MPP Ekufu Addo mabusua JB Dankwa mabusua if Keno Furiata Mabushi and San Omoyano, San 1957, Siki political asylum or UK, Omujane Yeno Oba UK, 1966, they came back. Ombe Yusu Buzia through a friend is saying Olympio, overthrow Olympio in 1963. The same Ghana for no chairman on eno. Omone Kotra UK, Akotna, a year friends of France. Emma or the French government supporting one to Olympio from Olympio, no, and omdi a yadema by a yadema helped them with Fufui Boahe and ombe to Kwame Nkrumah 1966. Ye two amadias or Moko, Mujane, because they were afraid of a champion. A champion wa pine. Rollins by Musa. These people they always run from accountability. What you say? They always run from accountability. Sano moti. Iti manase azura small can. Yinina inimse sana ompeso moye. Now I mean won't check this a friend saying story we made it to me page and me who said the MPP kophobia ba be my me inbox and I laugh, it's about this lady the lady way, and I'm then a pitch me de to me who come me Facebook and the dean Harriet chairman thing upon now or a parliamentary candidate hopeful for in Nkoranza South constituency. Now, this lady was an aide to former chief of staff who, together with her husband, have over $500,000 in Bank of America checking account. Allegedly, or more multiple accounts. Mami we, what you say? Amount for and if you much say, when also send your tear no, what would this Caribbean Guamanoni? Na me say. Or no as a civil servant. Nana ketua esenya. Otiminya say sika bebrebe ya wasa wo multiple account ebumu sika kese ne dem. Na behwe dompan no mu name dompan no malam ne nkofo nkwasiafo bi omwo MPP m. Je sensem hunu bi ebi maba me inbox mu maame na ankasa na mehia no. Ono na eso ba me inbox na mo wo ho a mo be choro ase de. Munja Jimmy no defending individual defend Ghana because Sikano ya junior de ye kwan am no mienu na ye de ka befa so Sikano ya junior de si hospital am no mienu na ye yare be ko hospital ho Sikano ya junior de bie factories ni companies ye nua no mekwa akoye adwuma ho no mo so abra bon so aye better mutete abrochire ho ana mo be defend obi a we o man Ghana sika mo adwene ye adwuma ladies and gentlemen me so answer phone so enya de ameche Mama nye ruko atakwa ekumi mu akwa ba ye friend is Mohammed Michel Pastor FM PSFM Christopher Donko upon Victor say John Cranting through Niger me mamunyina mo thanks mo behwe me obi ba kobi nya me da mo say Ali ewa ha Florence Amanso ewa ha say Sanso and Ura Johnny Woods thanks Ura Johnny Woods Beneza Wadada Mandems me damunyina mas dabuo me damunyina mas that's ene ebe say share bi